We will move to question 2. So, question 2. Second Roman.
Okay. Be dressed ready for action and keep your lamps burning. A. How would a man of action service be dressed? How would a man of action be dressed?
So the Greek translation is let your loins having been girded, or girding the loin. That's the, Greek translation. And we don't understand what it means. So that modern translation is, dressed ready for service, dressed ready for action. In Jesus' time, men had dressed, long dress like this, long. But servant girded their loins. So they said, servant, here they tie here in the waist. So here they are ready to work. That means original translation is gird your loins. Means our translation, modern translation, dressed up for action, dressed up for service. This is the dressed up for, being served or relaxed, and he's not, working clothes. But this one is, and they are tied up, long dress tied up in the waist. That means he is ready for service, action, or NIV's service. Other translation is action. So Jesus said, dressed up like a man, ready to.
Makes me think of in, I don't know, Exodus or somewhere it's talking about the Passover meal.
Exactly.
And you eat it with your belt on,
right,
with your staff, with your shoes on.
I was thinking about it too. When they were eating the Passover meal, they have have a step, and then they're ready to move, and that kind of. Okay, next question.
How would a man of action be dressed? Should I go to the
B,
next one?
yeah.
B. How would a man of no action or no service be dressed? Something comfortable, but something that
Like this one.
around. Yeah.
Long dress, long robe, long dress. So what does it mean? He is not in a mood of working, right? And then he's relaxing, settled down. And then this man, ready for action, he's prepared to move forward toward heavenly light. So, prepared, ready for take action for heavenly light. And here, this one is settled, relaxed in the worldly life. In the worldly life. In the life of this world, just comfortable. In a way, it's it's lazy in serving the Lord. This person is ready to serve the Lord. Okay, question C.
Why does a man of service need a lamp?
So can you read the whole sentence? Be dressed.
Be dressed and ready for service and keep your lamps burning.
Yeah. So Jesus said, keep your lamp. Keep your lamp burning. So that's what. So question is, why does a man of service need a lamp? Keep your lamp burning so that it can give you constant light. Any idea?
Because it's dark.
Right. He's working in the darkness. He's working in the darkness. Without light, he cannot see. Serving Jesus is like this. He's surrounded by darkness. So he needs to see to the road to go. Light will show which way to go so that he won't go wrong way. He won't go astray. Light shows. This is Christian life. We are surrounded in darkness and we need lamps. We need light showing us which way to go. Okay. So don't let the lamp light go up. You have to keep it. You have to keep it burning. Question D.
What is darkness? His word?
Yeah, His word. His word is full of darkness. Full of darkness. And also, it is word, blindness and ignorance. Ignorance. People don't know which way to turn. People don't know what to do. Why am I leaving? What should I do? Ignorance. That's darkness. Okay, next, second question, Sister Judy.
Psalm
105. So what is the lamp?
Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path.
Yeah. Your word is the lamp and the light for my feet. Word of God gives us light, and word of God shows us which is the way we should go. So Jesus said, keep your lamps burning. So always listen to the word of God. And the word of God will show us, give us the light. Even though we live in dark world, word of God guide our feet. Okay, question E.
What is the way we should live in this world?
So it shows which way to turn. So what is the way we should live in this world? Just like this man, Jesus said, we should live like this man. Moving forward with readiness. Serve the will of God. Ready to work, that means work to do the will of God. And then constantly with the word of God, receive the light and follow the way as the light shows. Jesus is telling we should live like this in this world. Okay, so Jesus gave two parables so that he can explain more. These two parables support this passage. Be dressed, ready for action, and keep your lamp burning. So, first parable.
Parable number 1. Like a man waiting for their master. Hey, where did the master go? Oh, 36. Like a man waiting for their masters to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they will open the door for him.
Yeah. The master went to wedding banquet, and in Israel, wedding banquet was held during night, late night. And some commentary said the master was the bridegroom, but some say he just went as a guest. It doesn't matter. He went to the wedding banquet. Okay, next question.
Will he return?
Yes. Yes, sure, 100%. When the wedding banquet is over, he will come back. Sure, 100%. Because it's his house. He will come back. Okay, next question, Karen.
When will the master return? It will be good for the servants whose master finds them ready, even if he comes in the middle of the night or towards daybreak. In the middle of the night or towards daybreak, anytime?
Yeah. Anytime when the, feast is over, anytime. No one knows the time. No servant knows the time. And then NIV translation said, he may come second hour or third hour. So it said the Romans divided nighttime into 4 hours. The Romans, and Jesus lived at that time. And then the Jews divided the night into 3. this 4 into 3. So 6p, 6a. This is first hour is 90, first hour. And second hour is what? 12, midnight, second hour. Third hour, 3 a.m. will be third hour. Fourth hour will be 6 a.m. So Romans divided into 4. The Jews is divided into 3. 6p, 6a. So 4 hour will be 10 p.m. will be first hour. Second p.m. 2 a.m. Second hour 4. And then third hour 6 a.m. So we don't know when the master will return. Midnight, 3 a.m., very, very sleepy hours. Also, if Jesus used this one, second one, 2 a.m., 6 a.m., very sleepy because he stayed up all night. That means you don't know when the master will return. No idea. Okay. Question D.
The master returns and knocks on the door. How long will it take for the ready and watchful servant to open the door? Verse 6. Like servants waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him. So, let's be a second.
Right. So the master came from banquet, and he knocked on the door, and door opened at once, immediately open. And because the servant was dressed up, not pajama, but as a working clothes, and he had the lamp ready, and then waiting at the door, listening. And then as soon as he knocked, right at the door, so immediately door opened. Okay. Next question.
How will the master express his joy for the servants who are watching for the master? It will be good for those servants whose master finds them watching. When he comes, I hear the truth. He will dress himself to serve. We will have them recline at the table and we will come and wait on them. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them ready, even if he comes in the second or third watch of the night.
So how did the master express his joy? Yeah. He's waiting on them. Master was so happy because his servants were, ready for him. Some master invite to the table, so kind of become equal. So put himself as equal. But this master put the servant on the table, and this master is serving. He changed his wedding clothes, and then he's serving them with the food, and put himself as a servant, and then treat them, serving them. Lower himself and lift them up, even though they were his servant. He elevated them like a master, and he made himself a servant and serving them because they were so faithful and ready when he came. So the master honored his servant. Okay, question F.
Why does a man feel sleepy? Because he didn't have enough sleep. And why does a sleepy man know? What does a sleepy man know? There's nothing important to wait up for.
Right. Okay. Why does a man feel sleepy? His servant stayed awake. They didn't fall asleep because they were, waiting for their master. And their job is, as soon as master knock on the door, I'm gonna open it. And then for that evening, they stayed awake. But some other servants fell asleep.
How did he keep themselves awake without coffee? Did
So-
they continue this housework?
The spiritual meaning of falling asleep here, spiritual sleeping, because of darkness, all are sleeping. And then when people around us are all sleeping, it's easy to go sleep together. It's easy together to sleep. Spiritual darkness. As we live in this world, we are influenced by the spiritual darkness of this world. So we go together, sleep. We lose master's will. We lose master's calling. We lose our job for master. And gradually we move to prosperity gospel. We forget God's calling. We forget God's holiness. We forget. The whole world is sleeping. Why not? We sleep together. Sleep together. So we live for my own desire. God has to satisfy my desire. That's sleepiness. Not we serve God, but God has to serve my desire. Just sleeping. So we become blind to see God's will. Blind to serve God. So, have you read the Heavenly Man, the Chinese brother wrote it down? And in that book, God said to him, I'm going to send you Western nation. So you may go wake them up. Because churches are in Europe are sleeping. You go wake them up. Because they were losing God's will, God's calling. And then in the eyes of God, churches in Europe were in deep sleep. So, what does a sleeping man know? When we are sleeping, we don't know what's going on. We don't know anything. We don't know what's happening, what's going on. The master came and knocked on the door. He didn't hear. Sleeping servant don't hear anything. He even doesn't know that he is sleeping because he's sleeping. Spiritually sleeping person doesn't know that he is sleeping or she is sleeping. Okay. There's a big problem because spiritually in deep sleep and doesn't know I am sleeping. Just like a sleeping man, sleeping person doesn't know that he's sleeping. Okay, question 4. Okay. Rule number 2, like a thief. What information about a thief does the homeowner have? That he wants to break in. Yeah. The homeowner knows that there is a thief and he tried to break in. And in Jesus' time, they made the house with the dirt, and then they can break. Not like our house made of brick and, but at that time it's easy to break in because made of clay. Homeowner knows that there is a thief. He may come. Okay, next question.
What information about a thief doesn't the homeowner have? They're coming, where they're coming from?
Time. He doesn't know time. At what hour the thief would come. There was a preacher. He said he used to be a thief. And he went to jail because of he got caught. He said, one thing, thief will never tell to the owner what time I will visit. He will never tell. So, owner knows that there is thief who wants to break in, but he doesn't know what time, what hour. Okay, question C.
What kind of homeowner can prevent his home from a thief's break-in? 49. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. So if he knows the time.
No, he doesn't know the time. He doesn't know the time. So how can owner prevent the break-in? Yeah, be ready. He has to stay awake and watchful. He needs to stay awake, ready, watchful. So then when he hears the sound, the thief, start to break the wall, he can shout and he can prevent. But if the owner sleeps at that time, what happens? The thief will break in. So the only way the owner can prevent from the break-in is he needs to stay awake and watch. Okay, next question.
What way will just come? You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come in an hour when you do not expect him.
Jesus will come like a thief. He will come suddenly. He will come at unexpected hour. We cannot guess. Jesus is telling, I am coming in the same manner, same way, like a thief. Only a watchful, ready person can see the thief coming. So Jesus emphasized from these two parables, Jesus emphasized that we have to be ready, awake, stay awake, and watchful. Okay, next question, 5.
Okay, what question did Peter ask Jesus on 41? He says, Peter asked, Lord, are you telling this parable to us or to everyone?
Yeah. Peter asked Jesus, is this for 12 apostles or for the general believers? Why did he ask that question? Sounds complicated. He has disciples, apostles like we are the special. Right. We are the special. And then sometimes, Lord, you are asking us too much. Is this just for us or for the general? Or Peter wanted to specify. Okay, so Jesus answered in 2 ways. A faithful wise manager and a wicked manager. Actually, this passage, Gospel Luke doesn't use the term wicked, but Gospel Matthew use term wicked. So I put it so we can know the difference. This is Jesus' answer through telling those 2 different managers. Next question.
Okay. A faithful manager, a faithful and wise manager. What was the position of the manager before he became a manager? I guess he was one of the servants.
Right, same servant. He was the same servant as others. And next, Karen.
What work did the master give him to do? 42. Who then is the faithful and wise manager whom the master puts in charge of his servants to give them their food allowance at the proper time? Eating everything.
Right.
The other servants.
The master put him in charge of a household to give food allowance at the proper time. So here it is. What is the food? The word of God. Spiritual food. God put him in charge to dig the word of God, prepare Bible study, lead the Bible study, and give the sermons. And so God's household can be richly well fed. This is my life key verse, but mine is in Gospel Matthew. The same, but not from Luke. What's that? At the proper time. Breakfast, you cook egg, oatmeal, sausage. Lunch, sandwich, dinner, hot meal. At the proper time. So, there is time that we need to study Exodus. There is time we need to study Ezekiel. There is time we need to study Acts. There is time we need to study Revelation according to proper time. Okay, so Master promoted him as a manager not servant, as a manager. Okay, next.
What will the master find when he returns?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry.
It will be good for the servant whom the master finds doing so when he returns.
Yeah. What did the master find when he came back?
So he is doing his job faithfully.
Yeah, he was doing his job. All the household were well fed. They were healthy. They were happy because they eat their spiritual food according to proper time. The household were not hungry, were not grumpy, but they were happy because well fed with the word of God. Okay, next question.
Whom the master promotes the faithful and wise servant. I tell the truth, he will put him in charge of all these positions.
Right. The master highly acknowledged his faithfulness and why, so he will be add more in charge of all his possessions. Okay, next question.
Okay, number 7.
6, last one.
Okay. What made this servant faithful and wise? He held on to the master's instructions.
Right. He didn't forget the will of the master, and he was faithfully serving the will of the master. And then one more point, important point. When you look at question 1,
You took it seriously?
yeah. Question 1. He didn't think master will not return during my lifetime, or master will be back in 10 years later on, 20 years later on. But he thought my master is coming soon, imminent, anytime. My master can knock on the door tonight or tomorrow morning. My master is coming soon. So he was diligently working to serve the will of the master. He dressed up ready for action, keep his lamp burning. And this is what my master wants me to do. Dig the word of God, reveal the word of God, and feed all the household. And he was devoted to do that because my master is coming anytime soon. So I put parenthesis, pastor and missionary, because pastor and missionaries are people who received calling from God to serve the will of God. Okay, next question, number 7.
A wicked manager. What is the root of this servant's wickedness? Okay, but suppose the servant says to himself, my master is taking a long time in coming, and he then begins to beat the other servants.
Yeah.
So he doesn't expect master coming back soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's this manager, wicked manager, master selected him any manager because he has capability. He is able to do it. And then master gave him calling. And then in his heart, so he is a man of quality. Then in his heart, he's thinking, master is not coming soon. He will come later. This is the seed of wickedness. This is the root of wickedness. My master is not coming soon. So I made a question one. Jesus will not come back during my lifetime. Or Jesus will come back maybe at least 10, 20 years later on. That idea, that thought is the root of wickedness. And I mean, human mind is very, very fragile. Even though this person received the calling from God, know God's will, know word of God is the, life-giving. Still, the seed of wickedness grow in man's heart. Why? Because he thinks Jesus is coming later. There is the evil start to grow. I have seen so many pastors and missionaries turn to wicked, because in the bottom of that is Jesus is coming late. So, okay, second question.
How does this servant manage the master's household? But suppose the servant says to himself, my master's taking a long time in coming, and he then begins to beat the other servants, both men and women, and to eat and drink and get drunk.
Yeah. So he turned to tyranny. He's not serving master's will. He is serving his own will. He abused the authority and power and position to hurt others. He put himself as a master, and then he beat up other servants. And make himself like a God. Crush him. So, because master is coming late, then he doesn't have eager desire. I'm gonna accomplish master's will before he comes. No, I have time. So he relaxed and he started to serve his own will. Desire of flesh, desire of sin coming out. So he start drunk. This is not alcoholic. Spiritual meaning is he indulged his desires of sin. He indulged his desires of flesh. He becomes drunken and beat up. Servants around him injured. Okay. So all this evil, the root is Jesus is coming late. That is the root. Okay, next question.
What will the master find out when he arrives? 46. The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him and at an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the unbelievers.
When master came back, he found his household. His children were hungry, malnourished, injured. The church was running down. There was no word of God, and his will was not carried on by this wicked humanity. And, in reality, by the pastor or missionary. So, in that church, brothers, sisters, believers, fellow servants were weak, hungry, lost. Okay, next question.
And the servant fall asleep.
This servant is sleeping, spiritually sleeping. So, when does a servant fall asleep? Compare with the faithful wise manager, and then the faithful wise manager is awake, ready, watchful. But this servant is sleeping, and he didn't know when master arrived. He didn't know. So, when does a servant fall asleep? Never? Huh? When he doesn't take it seriously. Right, exactly. He considered master's will very lightly. He loses respect for the master. So he loses the will of the master. He doesn't have the fear of the master. And then he lives, he knew master's will. But then he followed his own will, not master's will, own will. So when servant who received the calling, who received the position, follow my will, lose fear, respect for God, and follow my will, then he goes to sleep. Deep sleep. And then they are not sleeping in the couch. They are busy. Too busy to follow their will. Their simple desire. They are busy. Looks like, he or she is doing so much. But spiritually, totally away from God's will. Because sleeping. And don't know when the master comes. Don't know when Jesus comes. Okay, question A.
Okay, what do we know about Jesus coming from Revelation 22:20? Okay, verse 20. He who testified to these things says, Yes, I'm coming soon. Amen. Come, Lord Jesus.
Yeah. All the teaching of the Bible conclude that Jesus said, I'm coming soon. Our Bible finish with this word, I am coming soon. Next question. Joan?
What don't we know about Jesus' coming? Mark 15. Okay. But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard, be alert. You do not know when that time will come. It's like a man going away. He leaves his house and puts his servants in charge, each with their assigned task, and tells the one at the door to keep the watch.
Right. No one knows. I mean, this is the only part Jesus said, I don't know. Jesus is so honest. He said he doesn't know. But why some people say this is the date Jesus coming back? Because they are smarter than Jesus. They know better than Jesus. Jesus said he doesn't know. Angel doesn't know. Jesus doesn't know. Why some people say, I know the date and this. So don't be deceived. When someone says this is the date, don't be deceived. So our setting of spiritual life is we for sure know 100% Jesus coming back. But we do not know the date. So what Jesus is trying to say, we have to be gird our loins, dress up for action, and keep our lamp burning. And then be a faithful, wise manager. And we have to have, he's coming soon. He may come tonight or tomorrow. With that kind of mind, attitude, then we can be faithful to serve Him. You know, people say September 23rd is Jesus coming back. I slept. Next morning I got up. Oh, Jesus didn't pick me up. Was I left? And then November 2nd, because from the Virgo give birth to the Jupiter is September 21st. And from the there, woman 7 days unclean and 33 days, cleaning, waiting period. So 40 days with November 2nd. I went to sleep. I woke up. Oh, nothing happened. But I really live day by day. Jesus can come today, or he can come tomorrow. He can come the day after tomorrow. Each day I live. I don't, think Jesus will come next year or 10 years later. I live each day. And I began to clean up my house. I throw away junk, every trash I take it out some. I prepare to meet Jesus, even tonight or tomorrow. Okay, next.
When Jesus comes back tonight, what will Jesus find you doing? Awake or sleeping?
Not physically. This doesn't mean physically, you know. It's spiritually. Spiritually. Okay, I want to hear everybody. When Jesus comes tonight, what will he find you doing?
When I was a little more like a preteen, and I read this passage, it's like I didn't have a teacher, so therefore I couldn't understand. So I tried to stay up like late nights. You can just imagine an 11-year-old just staying up, and my mom saying, "What's wrong with you?" Or it's like you have fear, you have worry. Is someone like bullying you or something like that? It's like no, just waiting. So I didn't tell my parents I was waiting for Jesus when I read this, but I just like. But then again, I was 11 years old. I didn't have a Bible teacher, so I just couldn't understand. So for me, I would focus on what He has given me to do and be responsible to the end for that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So even though I physically got asleep, I'm still spiritually awake.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is my key verse of my life. So I trying to feed well our church, and then that's my responsibility God has given to me. You know, so I have to. Okay. Okay, study up to here, and we can share and pray. Okay.